Cup champion Darren McCarty, the golden voice of Neal Ruhl, and the iconic Terry Foster. Sit back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network.
Big
Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty. We got Terry Foster here in the house as well. Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. The gang is all here. We are ready to rock on a Thursday. T-Foss, what's popping, man?
I'm a little bit pissed.
Okay.
Of course, I'm upset that the Chippewas lost to Western.
You should be used to that.
Well, lately, yes. But Western Central should never be on a weeknight in the cold and the snow and the dark. It's a rivalry game.
It was pretty incredible. I do like the snowmen
awesome.
fans. And look at the detail on that snowman, by the way.
That's pretty good.
I
He
saw
doesn't
that
miss
this
shoulder
morning.
day.
Pretty creative up there, Terry.
And you know
creative.
what? He's like a lot of white guys. He doesn't wear a shirt at cold games. He's just he don't need a shirt. How do you guys do that?
I don't. I'm soft, T-Foss. I go to South Florida all the time. I'm soft
I'm
now.
Canadian,
Yeah.
and I hate the cold.
I could probably do it.
I'll tolerate it and do it, but I hate the cold. I played on the ice and stuff like that, but it's 70 degrees with 20,000 people in there. Do you know that? On the ice, it's hot. Like when there's a lot of people in the stands and whatever they think because you play on ice, but it's literally 7 degrees on.
It's like room temperature.
Yes.
Unless you're at St. Clair Shores Ice Arena, it's cold as all get out in that sucker.
Happy to have you all with us. Remember, you can tap in on that woodwardsports.com chat thread. Get your thoughts in there. Detroit Dabber, first one in, says, what up, though? What up, everybody? Happy to have you all with us, man. Absolutely. But we got a bunch of stuff to get into. Lots of Lion stuff as well. Some college football things. We got Spencer's Fast Break. That's right, 5 questions about the Pistons and the NBA. Some red. We're going to go around the board today on a Thursday before we lock in for a football-esque Friday, as you guys all know. Yes, sir.
Am I allowed to watch the Thursday night game this evening?
Oh, that's right, NFL Thursday night.
Hey, are you like you're asking permission to Neal, aren't you? Because he's sort of the tyrant of Thursday
he's the
night
czar
football.
of Thursday night football.
The czar. I like how Terry. I like how you're making it. You're making it.
I have
happen.
not watched the last 3 weeks because of Neal Ruhl, but Green Bay's playing tonight, and you never know. Aaron Rodgers might have a hissy fit again, or he might pass for 500 yards. You never know.
Will you please consider it? Because I think that now that Terry brings it up, I might want to turn it on too. So if you let Terry do it, then I'll watch. You don't have to.
Yeah,
Right.
think about it.
Yeah, think about it. Let us know if maybe just it's a holiday season.
I'll allow it.
Oh my goodness! Hey,
I'll allow it tonight.
thank you.
And the reason I'll allow it,
It's the holiday season.
no, that's got nothing to do with it.
Okay.
Crappy football's crappy football. That knows no time. The reason I'll allow it, there's some intrigue, right? With Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Derrick Henry's playing as well. It's not Falcons-Panthers. So I'll allow it. I'm a reasonable man, T-Foss. I'm reasonable. I think that I have spoken for the people many, many times here. And you know what? I'm glad I converted you. But, Terry, you don't just blindly take whatever matchup they give you.
Now I got a second caveat. Can I just watch the game, or can I watch the game with chicken wings?
Ooh.
Oh, you can do anything with chicken wings.
Well, I know, but if you watch a football game with chicken wings, it makes it a little bit more special.
No, it does. Anything. But I will allow that. However, because I'm a college football geek, I'm excited to watch Tulane and SMU, Sam Flannel.
Oh my God!
And I will tell you this. The viewership will be at least 50-50
No,
for me.
it
I have a speaking engagement to do tonight, but after I get home from that, it will be 50-50.
50-50, huh? I mean, Tulane, they've had a really good year. SMU has a pretty good quarterback in Tanner Mordecai, Oklahoma transfer. I would personally rather watch Green Bay, Tennessee, but I'm not mad at you for it. Those Thursday night college football games, they got some good ones. This might be one of those good mid-major matchups.
No, well, group of 5.
Group of 5.
Group
my
of
bad.
5.
My bad. I use the college basketball terminology. Group of 5. They keep changing it all the time.
No, well, it's Group of 5 in college basketball too.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Oh,
Oops.
wow.
Come on.
I know. I'm slipping.
Well, you're a Michigan fan. You don't know that other people play college football. Like
Hey.
you're not aware of that.
Yeah, those.
But
like,
they do.
Those peasants at Central
Except,
and Western.
except Appalachian State. They play football.
That was fair. That was very, very fair. Damn.
D-Mac, did you catch any of that? The Central Western game last night?
I caught some of the highlights and stuff like
Yeah.
this on Sports Center because as the snow came down and
It became a national story.
well it did because anytime like sort of the first snowfall were really impactful. I mean, Terry, to your point about being disappointed that this rivalry game should have been played on a weekend for the fans, but it got some exposure. So I mean, I don't know if they get as much exposure if it wasn't played on a Wednesday.
They won't. They won't get as much. But I might go to the game.
Okay.
So then maybe they would. That you would bring more exposure to it, perhaps.
Nah, I'm just.
Best
Scott Van
part
Pelt.
of the game is the human snowman.
The human snowman, yeah. I would agree with that. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Lewis M says, Neal has spoken. We may watch tonight. You have my blessing, Lewis. You do. You can go ahead and watch it. But see, like, and I feel as though, and I want to get everybody's opinion on this. I feel as though I'm kind of being clowned a little bit here in this.
Oh no.
And I do this.
No.
I'm just getting that feeling, Terry,
Not at all.
from you and the people.
Oh, where'd you get that from?
Where did it come from, though? It came from a place of love. D-Mac, I don't want to see people hurt themselves. If you just blindly consume Falcons, Panthers, you're hurting yourself. You are.
Well, technically, but you know, as garbage as that division is, the reason there's an understanding of why you would want to watch it. The South sucks. You want to see Tom Brady fall off the hill. Atlanta's the only one that can do it. So I can make an argument for that. But tonight's game, I will say, is probably the most intriguing game to me than the opener. They came out with a bang first week, right? KC, the Buffalo defending champions, stuff like this. Then it's been it's a fill-in game. Tonight's not a fill-in game.
It's in Green Bay.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers might throw snowballs at his teammates.
He'll get that
So
pissed and do
Anybody
that.
else have the feeling like Derrick Henry is just like heating up into the king? Like this is going to be one of those rushing performances that we've seen out of him?
He seems to be trending that way. That Chiefs game, he looked like old Derrick Henry in that Chiefs game.
That's all. That's all I'm saying. So that's sort of the intrigue, and I'm hoping that they could put another dagger. You know, unfortunately, last week's game, the Green Bay Dallas. You know what? I can understand it. Some people wanted to see the Cowboys go down. Still think that it's just waiting to implode in Green Bay, and tonight we might have to tune in, Terry, because that just might happen.
Speaking of which, did you guys hear there might be 4 to 6 feet of snow for the Buffalo game?
Yes.
From 7 o'clock tonight until game time, they're expected to get at least 4 feet of snow.
And I'm wondering, like, what do you do
Cancel the game.
with 4 feet of
What?
snow in a football stadium?
Yeah, you got to cancel the
How
game.
do you get rid of it?
I don't know, but I'm not playing. But it's
You let it
cool. But
melt.
I immediately
You
think
let it
back-
melt.
time.
Terry,
Yep.
over under how many white guys with no shirts on at the Buffalo game
wow.
with
They
4
do
feet
it.
of snow?
80,000.
Yeah, I know. I just don't. You never see a
You're
brother
gonna piss that
with
fan
no
base off
shirt
and
on
cancel that
at a
game.
football game.
Why is that, Terry?
Because we can't take the cold. Like y'all got more hair than us on your bodies. Man, we're not freezing.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Steve Lehman says, I was there. It was awesome. The first half we got like six inches of snow. So we have people on the scene that were saying it was awesome. And I bet it was, right? Like I bet leaving there wasn't awesome and driving home wasn't awesome. But when you were there in the moment, I bet it was cool.
You still talking Central Western?
Yes.
No, hell no.
Damn.
It had to be miserable. Man, I wouldn't go.
Yeah, I wouldn't go either.
No. What fun is it to watch a meaningless football game in the snow and the cold? You know, I would have been at the little sports bar across the street watching.
Getting it in?
Watch it, having a couple beers.
Oh yeah.
That's where I would have been if I were up there with you, T-Foss. You and I would be over there together. A little bourbon, perhaps.
We can't have bourbon.
No, we could.
No, we can't.
I think we could.
Mount Pleasant, everybody doesn't have bourbon.
That's
up
right.
there.
I remember you saying that before. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Nelson says, speaking engagement, big time Neal. What are you giving a locker room speech to a men's beer league team?
Well, that's what I do.
Now that was
Listen, that's what I do. No, he doesn't get those gigs. Those are my gigs. He's got to do like really important stuff, like for charity, like with Darren Asher and Root from Fox 2.
Hey, hold on. Let me flip that one back on Nelson.
Please.
Well, Nelson, I'm speaking at a dinner tonight for the New Way Works organization, and they help underprivileged teams, kind of find their purpose in disadvantaged socioeconomic places. Programs that you can do to help, because we don't do enough to take care of the children today. We don't. Like, that's just a fact.
Nelson, don't you feel like a creep now?
Nelson, you Scott Frosted that one.
Yeah, so,
the legend killer Nelson in the chat thread.
Yeah,
Neal's helping the kids.
You related to that guy?
Nelson. Sorry, that's important to me. Sorry that my wife's a public school teacher, and your heart breaks for some of these kids knowing that they don't have a shot. And it's through no fault of their own. So anything I can do, Nelson, I'm going to do. So if I can go to a dinner and they need somebody to deliver the program, then I'm going to do it, Nelson. Is that okay?
Yeah, suck it, Nelson.
Yeah, Nelson. Hey, T-Fall. Nelson, do I have your permission to go speak at a dinner tonight that helps fund programs for underserved children? Is that okay, Nelson? Can I do that, Nelson? Terry, do I have your permission?
You have my permission.
Okay.
Neal is not only was that a alley-oop dunk, he's like swinging from the rim now.
Yeah, for sure.
That's Bad Boys. Hey, that's Bad Boys Pistons right there, wasn't it?
That was like
right
DeAndre Jordan on Brandon Knight.
Jay Thomas, Woodward Sports chat thread. F you, Nelson. So there it is. I mean, I couldn't say it. No, Nelson's a longtime fan of the show. I got respect for Nelson. He's ball busting a little bit.
I got respect to him. We still say F you.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Respectfully,
yes.
Absolutely.
With all due respect, F you.
Yeah, so let me see. Scott Klingler says, hey, Neal, I'm excited to see my first Michigan football game this weekend. Who from Woodward Sports is going? I am not.
I'm not.
I'll be giving out turkeys to charity up in
Man, look at us go up
D-Mac,
here.
a.k.a. Nino Brown.
I'll be doing it.
Turkeys in the hood.
Listen, but
D-Mac and Nino
on brand,
Brown.
I'll be doing it up at a dispensary. So there you go. So you know what? You're on brand with your school teachers giving back to society, and I'm on brand up with my people.
That probably is the most on-brand thing I've ever heard. D-Mac handing out turkeys at a dispensary. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Steven Syret, can we confirm this? Steven Syret says, the WSN chat has now adopted Neal's tone. Is that fair? There was a lot of tone in those messages.
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. Tammy Chin says, amen, Neal. Look, Tammy, I've talked to you about this before. That is something, and I talked a little bit about it yesterday. For some reason, we treat dogs better than children now, and I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it.
Not sure. You know what? If you go to Hallmark, you get a sympathy card for when your dog dies, but you can't get one for when your kid dies.
Right.
That's dark.
So
think about it, T-Foss.
I was in the market. I was in the market for someone's grandchild died tragically, so I was looking for a card. Couldn't find one, but I found like 8 cards for Fido.
Yeah, see, there you have it.
Fido died. I know you loved him, and blah blah blah.
Well, you know what? At the end of the day, the fact that we're conversing about it and we're aware of it and there's awareness to it and talking about it.
And the people are aware too. That warms my heart.
That's all it is.
It does.
It's the whole thing is that they show me on these things, social media, TV, the way that they tell me my world is. No, this is my world, which is your world also too. So shout out to do things so people are. And it's unfortunate because there's proof. There's proof. We see it.
And it's a cause. You've supported, too, New Way Works and the underserved youth and stuff like that. We've done stuff for them before, so I'm happy to do it, more than happy to do it. I'd be happy to sit front row for the Lions game, too.
Well, you know what? You can't. You're an employee of Woodward Sports.
Wow.
But you guys out there with all that tone, you can bring your tone to the Woodward front row. Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game. That's in 1 week's time. Playing the Buffalo Bills. That's right, you and 3 of your favorite people that you're thankful for sitting front row. So all you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and Instagram and tag 3 of your friends and family. Make sure those 3 people are following Woodward Sports too. We pick your name, you and your crew, bing, bang, boom, front row, Ford Field. So hop on to Twitter, Instagram, and tag your crew today. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers. Big D Energy. Put that tone to work today.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy, better sleep, blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
We aren't quite sure if they consume more beer or sports. Either way, the heavyweights are here. Live on Woodward Sports, daily 5 to 7 p.m.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh, wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Krogers, and if you want to know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You can get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
Little safety and security to start your Thursday off. What am I talking about? Yes, Guardian Alarm. They keep you safe, give you peace of mind, whether you're at home or on the road, with their 24/7 local monitoring to make sure what is safe to you and your personal or business is kept safe. So if you want to be part of the Woodward Sports Network Big D Energy family, you can, but I need you to call the number 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
How many straight days of flannel?
158.
158 straight days of flannel. Terry's got 0. Give him a call, 1-800.
Stay out. Stay out, unnamed Kentucky quarterback who sucks and should never come to Detroit.
Stay out.
That's it, Lil Levis. Guardian Alarm, your local security experts. Stay out.
Who? Who are we talking about?
That sounds like a rapper. Lil
Levis is a rapper. Lil Levis.
Oh, okay. Better be, because
You're
we
talking about the
agree.
Kentucky quarterback. He can come to Detroit. He can transfer through Metro Airport like everybody else does,
and
keep
then
his
move
ass
on, and then keep it pushing. Absolutely, and then get his connecting flight to go play for the Muskegon Arena League team.
Right.
Before we have him here.
There you go.
I'm just saying. Back at it, Big D Energy off and running. Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter here in the building. There seems to be harmony today with the host and the chat members and stuff like that. Let's see if we can wreck that before the show is over.
We'll get them pissed off.
No, absolutely we will. DJ Chark. DJ Chark, rumor is back at practice. Romeo Okwaras, that we have a sighting.
Yeah, he was back with the team per our own Madeline Miller, per Pride of Detroit, per Dave Burkett. Everybody said he was back. He wasn't practicing.
Who'd you say after Madeline Miller?
Pride of Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Dave Burkett. They
stopped writing about the backup quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Spinning dimes in practice?
Yeah, no, they wrote that he was there. He didn't practice, but he was there with the team for the first time since his injury, and his play clock has officially started. 21-day clock has officially started.
Okay. You know, body by body, D-Mac. Body by body, the guys are coming back.
Well, isn't it a little bit funnier if you look at the injury report or stuff like that, and some guys are hurt. You look at Frank Ragnow, walking boot after the game, missed practice yesterday, but guys are trying to get out, right? Guys are trying to be a part of it. You hear them talk in the locker room. There's some confidence going on in there. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it's a good sign. Availability is the one thing. So what? We're just waiting on Jameson Williams to start the same sort of clock.
Which he's ready to roll next week.
Right, so next week.
Practice-wise,
and then he'll be on the 21-day clock to decide. You have, 3 weeks, 21 days, whether you put him on the unable to perform list for the whole season, right?
That's it.
So, yeah, positive, I guess.
Where you weigh in on this, T. Foss?
I'm weighing in on this. Jameson Williams is going to be the guy that puts the icing on the cake for Brad Holmes, because the Lions have a history of drafting injured players, and they never do anything. I think this guy is a guy that can be so dynamic, you have to take a chance on him. And so he's going to come in, and we may not see it until December of this year, or maybe not until next year. But I think this guy is going to make a big impact on this team. Yes.
The ultimate Lions hater, I was told. That's what you are, Terry. That's what we were told.
You know what? I speak my mind. If they do something good, I say it. If they screw up like they usually do, I say it. That's what I do.
You know what's funny about that? So when we talked about everyone seems to be in harmony, I swear to God, Philippines On Demand texted him immediately and said, "Bring in Adam, and that will wreck it right away." And then Adam appeared. Literally at the same time, Adam appeared.
You see what it is? I had to ask him. It's just unfortunate that our most computer literate guy is also, too, the one that likes to throw around the fingers. So, it's so apropos. Adam, welcome. Did you want to say anything to Terry?
Some people are home wreckers. Adam is a show wrecker.
Yep.
Come on, you got anything to say to that? I'll let you in.
All right, fair enough.
But notice that no bad, ill words were spoken. There was no.
He didn't say anything bad.
There was no morning wood going on in the energy, as you can tell. So appreciate that, Adam. Thank you.
Another Adam Coleman in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread says, "Getting healthy. Let me chug this Lions Kool-Aid." So, look, Louis M. Jamo's going to be legit. Can't wait to see him in action. That will be a big debut.
Right.
Because hope sells, right? Like
that is. Remember a few weeks ago, it was, well, you don't need him anyway because you have the number one offense in the NFL. Well, how's that working out lately?
Yeah, now we don't have any receivers.
Every man on board.
Rad Dad Scott, I thought Adam was the ultimate Lions hater. Well, maybe more of a Dan Campbell hater.
Yes.
That's accurate.
That is accurate.
That's fair and that's accurate. But, I mean, you guys know where, and we've let you kind of behind the curtain a little bit where we kick around ideas on a little text thread, and Spencer does a great job cooking up these show sheets and everything like that. And he asked the question, can a healthy Lions, underline healthy, can a healthy Lions team make a wild card run? Now, Spencer, you're talking about this year, right?
This year, yeah.
They haven't been healthy all year.
Right.
I mean, if they were healthy from the beginning, I think that we have a better record.
Say in the next 2 weeks they get Chark, J-Mo, and Romeo back.
But you know what? If the Lions were healthy, they'd be the only healthy team in the National Football League.
Yeah, and here's the thing with me on that one, Spence, is you got to win both of these games.
Yes.
It's pretty much a non-negotiable.
Yeah. I said it on heavyweights a couple days ago. I was like, yeah, these last 2 wins, they're good. They feel good. They make you feel good. We're on the graphic, 2 games out, but if they go into New York and beat the Giants in MetLife, then I'll actually give some run to possibly pushing a wild card.
Are we back? Playoffs. Are we back where we were after the Washington game? Going to the Seattle game or whatever, thinking we can win this game, thinking we can put something together.
That's a good comp.
But here's what here's what it brings to thought to mind, is we were dead in the water, right? After Seattle game, after, talking about the end of the world. Now it's not the end of the world. Like you said, even the graphics. So go out there and win a game. You've put yourself back in. I don't expect these guys This weekend, I think they got a great shot to win. I don't expect them to make the wild card, but if it's different, they go out there and they win this weekend. They are there. They put themselves there. We can't deny that. But to me, it sort of feels like going in expecting to win at home against Seattle, right? There's some sort of expectations. It's almost like this team. You expect them to start the accelerator and to start moving, and then they always conk out, right? And your transmission's gone. This time it seems that they're getting some gears together. The only chance they have, Spenny, is to be healthy, to have these guys back, right? You're not going to win games with Tom Kennedy and I don't even know
you
the
shut
other
your
guy
mouth.
that you
You
brought
shut
up.
your mouth, Darren McCarty.
Practice squad.
You
right?
shut your mouth, Darren McCarty, flannel.
I'm saying like that if he's your number 2 receiver.
All right, let
you're
me
in
be
trouble.
bad. Fellas, every time you think the Lions are going to do something, they
now, this
don't.
is true. This
They
is true.
screw you. Now, at the beginning of the season, every one of us walking around, oh, Lions going to be good this year. They at least won 7 games. I got my car wash guy. They're going to win 15 games. So you all jacked up. Let's let the season begin. What happens? They start 1-5.
You don't have the luxury of not being healthy. If you're healthy, right? We saw coming out of camp, but then guys start going down.
Absolutely.
You know, Swift is the key. I think this is totally
If
different
he's
team.
the
No
key,
matter.
then you're in trouble.
I know you are. I agree, but Swift is sort of your
Isn't
key.
this crazy? Because that is where we are.
Right.
Because look at the offense versus when he's there and when he's not. You
Right.
can't argue it. Even if you didn't know anything about football, you would say, wow, it looks really different when that guy's not there.
And even when he's on the sideline or whatever, he opens up the options to whatever the defense. He's in the game. You're scoring points in the second half, right?
Right. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, chat poll as well. Spenny put it out there. What return helps the Lions more, JMO or Romeo? I voted for Romeo
I agree.
because look at the defense, man. You need every good defensive player that you can get. Don Burr in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, in all caps. Man, give this kid time to develop. Damn. But see, Don, here's the thing,
What
though.
are you talking about?
About Jamison Williams.
Oh, okay. We are. We're saying when he comes back, well, he hasn't even been gone. I mean, he can't say when he comes back, he hasn't been here any. But we're just saying, I'm just simply saying this guy can be a difference maker. He is fast. He's talented. Lions need him.
And that is true. But, Don, see, here's the thing, right? And if we were going to pull that with Aiden Hutchinson, we're going to pull that with Jamison Williams, too. You just are. This is professional football. This is the NFL. People don't have time for that anymore, man. Once you start playing for money, and this is the pros, that's the way it works. If you're out there, people are going to expect you to perform. And we can say we don't. This is what I've learned this year. We can say we don't, and we can say D-Max clock, and we can say all of those things. But things change quickly. And especially the day and age that we're in right now, immediate gratification, immediate results, all of it, things change quickly. Yeah, there's 8 games left on the clock.
Maybe this is a young fella here. Sometimes I have to take time out and explain the history of the Detroit Lions. Young fellas, listen to Uncle Terry here.
Okay.
Here's what happens with the Lions traditionally. They draft someone who's injured. Either that player never plays or that player plays on crutches and is awful the rest of his career. And then Lion fans are like, oh, damn, why did they draft another injured player? Now, what I'm saying is Jamison Williams is going to be different. He's going to come back. He's going to play. He's going to be good, which is atypical of a Lions draft pick who comes in injured.
I agree, because Jamison Williams, it was just an ACL tear. And you say that 10 years ago, people think you're stupid because that was a death sentence.
Right.
But now it's people pop back from ACL tears like nothing happened. So I expect him to come back, and what he brings to the team is so great. Like, Khalif Raymond had a catch against Chicago. It was
that Jamison Williams would have took to the house.
7-yard slant.
Yep.
And he took it like 20 yards. I was like, yeah, Jamison would have. They weren't.
He got
catching
caught
him
from
on
behind,
that.
if memory serves,
Yes,
too, right?
he did.
Yeah.
I was like, they wouldn't have caught Jamison on that. That would have been a house call.
And the thing, too, is, and I shared this on draft day and stuff like that, and my sources, Terry, you're not the only one that can have sources.
Yeah, do you have league sources, though?
I do. That spent a lot of time in the league.
Will you please emphasize that with league sources?
League sources.
Okay.
Multiple decades in the NFL. On the medical side.
Okay.
Said that the people he talked to were very, very much okay with the Jamison Williams situation because the structure around it was intact and fine.
Yeah,
Right.
it wasn't like a Le'Veon Bell.
Strictly a tear.
Mm-hmm.
Strictly a tear of the ACL, that was it. The structure was fine.
So if that is the case, and I think that the Lions have done it well, you don't want to rush this player that can be, if we're talking about arguably the game changer for your future and your future success. But here's the one thing, what we'll see, you mentioned with the clock, that's our clock as fans. In that locker room, there's a clock, too. They go out and win this weekend.
Yeah, the clock is Sunday. Yeah.
They go out, but they go out and win this weekend. You might see both these guys, we hear more and more, oh, are they starting to get ready? Are they starting to get ready? Because sure as heck, Neil, what are they going to do if he can play, right? They're going to make sure he's there if they have a chance to get in a wild card, if they continue to win games.
Yeah.
And he's going to want to be out there. As a professional athlete. So
Dan Campbell in his press conference the other day didn't completely rule out him playing on Thanksgiving. He said it's not likely, though.
All right, well, there you have. Let me tell you something that is likely. Spencer Raxter at Big Boy on November 22nd for the 99-cent Big Boy extravaganza. All you got to do, roll into your local Big Boy, purchase a Pepsi, boom, get a Big Boy hamburger for 99 cents. Over under 2.5, Spence.
Ooh, that's a good line.
Are you going to that, Spence?
That's a good line.
You're gonna slide through at least one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll go with him.
We should go right after the show.
Yeah,
we should. I'll go with him.
I'll go.
Sit right next to him.
I'll go.
You can sit across us from us.
Okay. And the other next booth. If I wave at you, will you acknowledge me?
Yeah, I don't want to same-sided with you.
All right. Well, there you have it. Whatever. However they sit, it doesn't matter. You go to Big Boy November 22nd, you buy a Pepsi, you get a Big Boy hamburger for 99 cents. Nothing more needs to be said. There's no brilliant marketing ploy with that. That's it. That's the commercial. Satisfy your taste buds at Big Boy. Visit bigboy.com for full details and the participating locations.
Thanksgiving is all about family and friends. That's why Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game.
Easy there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game right now?
That's right, you and 3 people that you're thankful for sitting in row number 1. So close you can hear the action, smell the excitement, and taste the glory of Detroit football. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and IG and tag 3 of your friends or family. If all 3 of those people are following Woodward Sports too, and we pick your name, you and your crew will all get the best seats inside Ford Field. So hop on Twitter and Instagram and tag your crew. And we'll see you Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Make sure you download the Woodward Sports app in the App Store and the Google Play Store today. Take Woodward Sports with you wherever you go and listen live on your phone or mobile device.
Back and poppin', Neal Ruhl here for Chili Peppers Tanning, where you find the cleanest salons in the D with spotless sanitized rooms and trained and certified tanning professionals. Join the Pepper Club. Get all the best deals. They'll beat all the competitors' prices by at least $5. Yes, you know it. The Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Cal Tan, and the official beauty lotion of Spencer Raxter, the Swedish Beauty Lotion.
Oh, yeah.
ChiliPeppersTanning.com, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans. They are your vitamin D headquarters, 27 locations, and more on the way. It's Chili Peppers Tanning, y'all.
Chili Peppers Tan.
Yay. Back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster, D-Max, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, talking Lions, talking Giants, and WoodwardSports.com chat thread with all of you. Mark Walston wants to know, what's the status on Malcolm Rodriguez' broken arm with the question mark? And let's just go to Malcolm Rodriguez's own PR team and personal best friend, Spencer Raxter.
I wouldn't go that far. But, yeah, he practiced yesterday, so.
That's what he told you?
Elbow injury?
Elbow injury, yeah. It was a hyperextension. He practiced in full, though, so.
So he's a go then.
I like how when we want news on Rodrigo, we don't go to the Lions, we go to Spencer.
We go to, Matty Miller's our go-to for everything not
Malcolm Rodriguez related. Right. Not Malcolm Rodriguez related. So, I guess he's good to go. So, slowly but surely, everybody's coming back. I have a good question that just popped in my head during the last TV break based on Jeff Okudah. Is he having a good season so far? Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I'm happy with what I've seen. Absolutely. Absolutely. For something is that we're thinking of having nothing. Drafted some third overall that we didn't have anything. And to me, Neal, the number one thing is, he's learned. Yeah, I can complain that he looks like me on the ice playing Zamboni half the time, falling down and stuff like this, but he's getting better. And he's available. The availability is number one. Right, coming off of off of his injuries in the last couple of years. So
I thought it was a death sentence.
So the availability is number one. That he's playing every game. He's playing against some of the top guys. Yeah, he's looked good on some. He's looked not good on the others, but he's there.
And that's the nature of the position. Absolutely.
But even when things were not going well for him, he still popped the snot out of you.
And that is true.
That part of his game I like. Now in the last couple games is the first time I've seen him be able to cover guys somewhat decently.
I think it's confidence, right?
Confidence, and maybe other quarterbacks are getting a little bit more pressure. Not saying the Lions are sacking a lot of guys, but I think the heat is on other quarterbacks a little bit more. Or, like Justin Fields, they're like, I don't see anybody open, so I'm just going to run a little bit.
Wrapped up the WoodwardSports.com chat poll. 66% of you say Jameson Williams' return is more important than Romeo Okwaras' return. Let's throw this one up real quick, Spenny. Are you happy with Jeff Okudah? Are you happy? Are you pleased? And I have something. And you guys know Terry says that I trap people. I don't trap people.
Trapped me yesterday.
Really?
Sure.
What's that?
I said you trapped me yesterday.
I did, but you know what though, Spenny? I've never done that to you before.
That's true.
And I do it to Sam Flannel all the time.
That is fair.
And I just wanted to play with somebody else. It's like he wanted to go over to the big St. Bernard and rub his belly a little bit, play with the ball. Yeah. Too busy over here, let the golden retriever run and play. He's gonna go get it every time. Terry says it's inconvenient. So that was.
You're proud of yourself.
Still can't believe you love Danny.
Trap Sam Flannel, but then you hit poor little Spencer over here. And the guy was near tears yesterday.
I know he was.
After the show, I had to give him a little hug.
He wouldn't respond to texts.
Yeah. No, and I was brutal.
Danny Raxter called me.
Yeah, Danny Raxter.
What are you running over there?
Danny Raxter hit me in the DMs.
Spencer over here, I had to console him. He was in tears. I looked down, there was some mascara on my shirt. Yeah. So he was crying for real.
Yeah, absolutely crying for real. WoodwardSports.com chat there at Pistons Fan 11. He's definitely having a good year. Steven Syrett, much improved. So we have it on the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Wow. Are you happy with Jeff Okudah? 97% of you say yes. So allow me to step in right now. And I can't believe I'm going to say this. I can't believe it.
So don't say no.
In the span of 2 months, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to bring it up to you, the people. Next year's the 4th year of his contract,
here we
followed
go.
by the 5th-year option. He's a cornerback.
Yes.
Would you be comfortable at a discount to market talking extension right now with Jeff Okudah?
100%.
You're happy. Right? You're happy. 97% of you say that you're happy with Jeff Okudah.
I would extend Jeff Okudah, yes.
At a discount to market. Because now, being the businessman, T.
You about to cut him. I know what you're doing.
No.
Yes,
I'm not going to cut him. I'm looking for an angle. And that angle is a little bit of uncertainty to where I feel I can strike and get him.
You're saying you can get value.
I can get value right now because that window's closing. The better he plays.
But you're going to Russ Thomas this brother.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm going to be fair.
Yeah, your fair is not fair.
Which Russ Thomasing this brother would be what?
Pissing him off.
No.
Russ Thomas is a former general manager
of the Lions, and giving him a bad deal and said, take it or leave it. And then when he turns it down, embarrass him in public.
Stephen Baffy says if he earns it. Stephen, there's no time for that right now.
I think he's earned it.
You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm coming from with this?
Here's the question.
Are you comfortable with that?
Here's the question you have to answer. in the war room of Brad Holmes and Campbell and whatever like that, you have to answer, is this the guy you're going to base your cornerback position off of? Are you going to place guys around him if you believe that? So I think that what you're bringing up, Neal, is a conversation or a conversation between Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, like whoever Brad Holmes decides, because you're right. Because give people, what are you going to save? What would you save in your scenario, right? So you're going to sign him, what's he, a $10 million, $8 million? What do cornerbacks make that you could sign him to now?
Well, his rookie option, his rookie scale is 10.7 next year.
Okay.
So under my system, and what's the cornerback going rate these days for a good cornerback? 18?
Yeah.
20?
You talking top flight?
Yeah.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's and it's something for me where I just want to say it. I just want to start the discussion.
So here's my question. I'll be Okudah's agent. You be Brad Holmes. What are you coming to me with? If I know I got 10-7 on the books this year, I know my client, right, is ascending up the charts. You're going to have to come with something that makes me think job security, guaranteed money, whatever else. You're going to have to make me think. So what is this something, am I out of range where it's something that you're looking to offer 13 a year for 4 years or 5 years or something? Like, is that what we're talking about here?
Just to give you the range right now, Jalen Ramsey's about 18-ish million.
Yeah, Marshawn Lattimore's probably top of the top. He's making 19.5.
So there you go. That's your range right now. So yeah, that's the question. Is can I get a discount to market? Like you said, D-Mac, in that 13-ish, 14-ish. Adam Baydoun's number one. Everybody, that 14-ish range. Just to save a couple of dollars. Are you guys comfortable with that? And look, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. 94% of you say yes, you're happy with Jeff Okudah. All right, let's run it out there then.
I'm cool with that.
Are you 12
cool? $million?
Are you cool with talking about a Jeff Okudah extension? Discount to market. Put that in the quotes too.
Yeah, give me what, 4 years, $12 million. I'm good with that.
13.
Yeah.
Here's one. There's some coming through, but not like Flocka Waka says 4 years, 56, 32 guaranteed.
Yeah, and that's like that's my goodwill. That's where I'm not Russ Thomas, like Terry Foster says. I'm not Russ Thomas in that respect. I will juice it for you, maybe bump up the guarantee, so we're both happy.
You got to come to me, right? Where I'm the agent to go to the player and go, hey, you know what? They're happy with the way you played. I know you're ascending. Do you want to bet on yourself to become? Do you believe you can be the Jalen Ramsey $16-18 million? Or is it more important with what you've been through that the guarantee and you're part of this and then you don't have to worry about it, right? Because I believe with what Jeff Okudah's been through, and this is more to, I don't know the person, but just believe in all the stuff he's had to work for. This is something goodwill to both and moving forward, right? This is something that it's almost like this organization needs. And maybe it's not Okudah, but it's somebody that there's a ascension, we're going to work it together, and then you get a guarantee that works so that you can use your salary cap to go get better players also.
And I want to get to everybody's
you're scaring
comments.
Me. Here's why. If you're the Lions, and if you got somebody who can play, you need to keep them. Even if you have to overpay.
I want to continue this discussion, but I want to hear about Swiss first.
Yes, but not a mushroom and Swiss omelet. Swiss Insurance. Swiss Insurance Group and their employees are heavily involved in their community. It is very rewarding, but comes with great responsibility. If you send a local youth sports board, homeowners association, or a volunteer coach, directors and officers insurance is a must. Make sure the kids, parents, and volunteers are protected. So call Swiss Insurance today.
Thanksgiving is all about family and friends. That's why Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game.
Easy there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game right now?
That's right. You and 3 people that you're thankful for sitting in row number number one. So close you can hear the action, smell the excitement, and taste the glory of Detroit football. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and IG and tag 3 of your friends or family. If all 3 of those people are following Woodward Sports too, and we pick your name, you and your crew will all get the best seats inside Ford Field. So hop on Twitter and Instagram and tag your crew. And we'll see you Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers.
Get a shot up. This is for the win.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
Neal Ruhl here for Bedrock Detroit. Downtown Detroit's all decked out this holiday season with the return of the Cadillac Lodge and the Monroe Street Midway. The Midway has a giant slide, winter bumper cars, an indoor arcade. Plus, you can grab drinks at the Lodge before or after games. Shop, eat, play downtown all winter long with deckedoutdetroit.com. I said before, I'm hyped, man, for the Decked Out Detroit.
Tomorrow is the tree lighting.
Is it?
Yep.
Tomorrow's Friday.
I'll tell you this, what was cool last night. A little side note is I was downtown at LCA last night because Jack Daniels and the Operation Ride Home, with the Jack Daniels sells all their big barrels to help with the military families and stuff.
Very cool.
So they have it all stacked out in front of LCA, and I got to light it. Got to plug it in, whatever like this, and light the barrels with all the 100 or so people that were down there. But the fact that it was snowing at the same time or whatever, and standing down Detroit with it all lit up in the Fox in the background, it's pretty cool.
It is cool, and like with the Decked Out Detroit thing, I like that a lot because that has become like our New York City. You know what I'm saying? Like during the holidays, it's like a real city, Terry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of with me where I am. Like I want to do ish that makes Detroit like a real city. Like mass transit would be one of those things. The holiday stuff that goes on.
They just opened up, just saw this morning, Royal Oak, new skating rink and stuff like that.
Yeah,
outdoor.
very cool.
To that point, it's pretty cool that the community is getting involved.
But lots of talk here about this Jeff Okudah situation, which I can't believe I even suggested that when 3 months ago I was talking about, well, can you get out of this rookie deal and what would it look like and stuff like that. And a lot of you seem comfortable with it. Are you on board with talking extension right now with Jeff Okudah to get out in front of the market? Because the longer it goes on and the better he plays, the price goes up and up and up. And I'm like you guys, instinctually, yeah, let's do it. But then I'm like, man, an Achilles. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and I think it's a very, very valid question.
Yeah, but isn't that a valid question more so the more times he's available and the more games he gets out there consistently to prove that it's behind him? A little bit more, or do you expect the Achilles to sort of...
Plus he's played with this Achilles.
Right, but people keep talking about proof. Like, it's
proof's the availability.
Yeah, right.
Every week he's
there.
And he's only going to get better, and I like he's got that dog in him. You look at, to the stepping up in the hole against the run, laying solid hits, being there. Yeah, when he gets beat, it's the effort's always there. How many times we've seen him track back on a play, or reminds me of him and Deshaun Elliott fighting for the ball out of bounds, even though they didn't get it. So I mean, it's sort of, he's got the attitude, and it seems like he's getting better coaching.
Right. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, DNCNT. I feel like 14 isn't a discount. What do you think that he would get on the market? Well, that's to be determined.
It'd be 12 to 14, somewhere around there.
Well, no, I'm saying though, like you gotta put it in your mind where, say you get through your 5th-year option. If he continues his trajectory, is he upper third at the position?
Yes.
Okay.
You
is he
always
upper
have
third?
to assume this: there's somebody out there who's desperate, and they're gonna overpay. But let me give you another Lions history lesson.
Thank you, Uncle T.
Normally what happens with the Lions is they pay a guy like Jeff Okudah early, and then he goes out and gets injured, and then fans bitch, why'd you pay this guy? You didn't have to pay him until next year. Now you're paying him now. Why did you do that? That's normally what happens with the Detroit Lions. I'm willing to take that gamble.
Predator Kingdom says anywhere between 10 and 16 is a discount, but Okudah's agent will expect more than 16. Sam Flan, I'm curious to get your thoughts on. You've been quiet here today so far. What am I on the right track here? What do you think? What is Sam Flannel Holmes doing?
I mean, of course you're on the right track, because right now I still think there's a little bit of that perception that Jeff Okudah is a bust for people who haven't seen the Lions play. And we've seen that he clearly is not. I would argue that of all the returning starters, he has been the one on offense and defense that has exceeded his expectations the most. And I don't even think that's arguable. He has proved that he is at the very least a starting cornerback in the NFL. And if he continues on this trajectory, he might even be a number one. And pretty soon other teams are going to notice. Pretty soon other teams are going to get desperate. So, and at that point, the price for Jeff Okudah will go way up.
That's why the time to and I see it here too. Gary in Grand Haven says, let's see him play a full year without injury. Then it's too late, Gary.
It's too late. And he's already shown us. He's already shown us that he can play in this league. He's not that bust that had a terrible rookie season, then a catastrophic injury. He has came back from it with a vengeance, and he has been arguably the most valuable player on the Lions defense.
Predator Kingdom says, after watching the Cowgirls choke to the, I'll substitute Packers for this line, on Sunday, they need Jeff Okudah right now. CT Squid says T-Foss is right. Someone will pay him. That's why if it's going to be now. Now.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I'm not saying that if I were Brad Holmes, I would pull the trigger right now, but if he did, I wouldn't have a problem with it, because Jeff Okudah, you need good players on this defense, because despite the improvements that it's made, it's still not a very good defense, and Jeff Okudah has clearly been one of the bright spots, if not the main bright spot. I mean, honestly, Jeff Okudah might even get some votes for Comeback Player of the Year. That's how devastating his injury was, and that's how good he's been playing.
And Mark Ross on the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, let's see a full year, no injury before we back to Chark. It's too late.
Yeah.
D-Mac, if you wait till then, it's too late.
So can we agree if you wait to the end of the season that he plays, then the minimum you're going to get him for is like 14 or 50?
Yes.
Well, it becomes more of a market rate type situation.
Where his agent can go to it. This is right now where you have the win-win. Now he can, as a player, say, no, I'm betting on myself, and this conversation doesn't even happen. But I think that, to your point, Neal, Brad Holmes and Jeff Okudah's agent should have at least have a conversation. Hey, have you thought about this at all? Because we're sort of thinking about it, if they are. But to Terry's
they might say, "No, we good. We'll wait until after the season, then we'll."
And then there's nothing you can do, right?
No,
then there's nothing you can do.
Absolutely. And to Terry, to your point, isn't that what every GM in every league goes through?
Yeah.
But the problem in Detroit is that they always usually ended up hurt and being paid.
Right.
And that's the salary cap stuff.
Or Jeff Okudah's speed all of a sudden it turned into like 5.7 for the 40.
And there's lots of talk. people being very critical. I want to get Spenny's take on this. People being very critical about Jeff Okudah's pass coverage, like actual pass coverage.
Yeah, I don't understand that. You watch what he did in the last game. He didn't let up a reception. They only threw the ball 20 times, but they only targeted him twice because he was clamped up. You know what he did against Justin Jefferson.
Can I talk to my flock and my children again?
A corner in the NFL isn't going to lock somebody down every game. You're going to get burned.
There's no shutdown corners anymore.
Yes.
The rules are different. The receivers are monsters now. So if you can contain somebody, that's great. I mean, look at the catch that Justin Jefferson made. What the hell are you going to do when a man does that? And the rules of that, you can't chuck him, you can't, after certain, they're really watching that out, and you can't intimidate him. They have the defensive receiver rule now. So shutdown corner does not exist.
Look at the rule they're hammering down this year. You've seen it. A guy running through the middle and a guy gets a little bit of contact, they're calling that all day long. The game is set up for the offense, so I agree. It's sort of, but I agree to the fact that it's not the same, so you can't eyeball it the same way as thinking it's going to be like a Deion Sanders
or a Sauce Gardner.
Like that there are a couple guys out there like that. To the point, but the point I'm trying to make is Okudah's still continuing to get better, isn't he? Don't we see that each game that we're talking about him improving? At different aspects. I believe that. That's why I believe this conversation should be there, and it's it's a good conversation to have.
Yeah, it's just something that popped in my head, and it just I couldn't get over the ridiculousness of the premise of it. I mean, 3 months ago, where are we at? November. So 3 months ago is August. We took multiple segments of this show where I'm sitting there trying to rack my brain saying, how do you get out of this? How do you get out of this contract? What can you do?
Hey, with new information,
but wasn't
you're allowed to
change my opinion. Right. That's
we
right.
also had the conversation about what if he works out? What if he works out? Right? Yeah. To this point, because it's holding on. A lot of myself included has been holding out to the fact that hopefully that he can come back and this is what he could do. Now,
but at the same time, we talked about the Lions having a better pass rush, and the brilliant people like me said Jeff Okudah would take advantage of that.
Right.
Not patting myself on the back.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Mark Walston says Okudah's playing for the love of the game. He will work out. Mark, nobody's playing just for the love of the game.
For the love of the game. And another thing that we saw.
What? It's his job.
For the love of the bag.
And another thing we saw last week, and I know we've been talking about how we want our impact players to make splash plays. You had a hell of a splash play from Jeff Okudah with that pick six to tie the game.
100%.
And you can say, I believe that if he doesn't make that play,
they don't win the game.
They don't win the game. And Jeff Okudah, he hasn't really been that ball hawking corner who gets interceptions. I'm not saying the interceptions are the end all be all, but if you can get a pick six, a couple of interceptions a year, that would be just icing on the cake. And Jeff Okudah did it. He showed us that he can.
And it's crazy, and I didn't think about them all together until just now when you brought that point up. You look at Kirby Joseph and Jeff Okudah and even Aiden Hutchinson, Michigan fans, even Aiden Hutchinson, huge play. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what we asked. And what we asked before. I heard Derek Barnes' name making big plays, goal line plays, different guys that we've heard about getting out there and making plays.
Yeah, the NFL has a bunch of good football players. But what you're looking for in addition to that is you've got to sprinkle in people who are quote-unquote playmakers. A lot of times the playmaker is your quarterback. A lot of times it's your wide receiver. It's that defensive back who who doesn't drop the interception, but he catches it and may take it back to the house. Those are playmakers.
And that's what the game's about.
Yeah, a good player, here's the ball, I knock it down. I'm a good player, fine. But great players are playmakers. I not only catch it, but I'm taking this thing to the house. And please do not hold when I'm rolling to the end zone.
But the bottom line is everybody out there is playing Moneyball, right, Spenny?
That's for sure. Moneyball is the name of the game, and you can get your own Moneyball when you check out Moneyball Sportswear. It's your one-stop shop. Whether you want the latest look in athletic apparel or you need new uniforms for your team, Moneyball has it all. Stop in Moneyball's showroom in Southfield and experience the only way to ball. Or visit MoneyballSportswear.com. Join Woodward Sports Network's own Braylon Edwards on Black Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and you can win some Moneyball swag. Moneyball, the only way to ball.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991, yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
Neal Ruhl here for Planet Fitness. You already know. Planet Fitness, the official studio sponsor of Woodward Sports. See? Right there. Over my shoulder. Also home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. Just $10 a month. Black Card's an option as well. You can upgrade your membership there, get unlimited guest privileges, access to over 2,000 Planet Fitnesses around the world. You basically own the place. That's what happens when you're a Black Card member. Join today in club. You're going to pass a couple on the way home. They're everywhere around the nation. Or log on your computer. Go to planetfitness.com. Guys, I work out there all the time. I love it there. You know, you see these gyms out there, $40 a month, $50 a month, $60. It's crazy. It's stupid. Let's cut the ish. It's stupid. Like that, you know, it's stupid. Bottom line, $10 a month. Planet Fitness. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Where your fitness is essential.
Yay. Back at it, Big D Energy. D-Mac coughing up a lung, but he's okay. Wow. It's that season. T-Foss, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter as well. D-Mac, quick, you got time for a quick hockey segment? I know that you do.
We got a big game in San Jose tonight. Right? Big road trip, obviously not happy with
I need a win, D-Mac.
No, need a win. Need a win. In San Jose, you're going into there, you would expect that an easier 2 points would have been had in Anaheim. But, again, this is the NHL, so back at it. You know, a couple positives. Tyler Bertuzzi back in the lineup, so... They just gotta play consistent. What they did last game is they let the team with one of the worst power plays in the league.
God, get power play goals,
two
man.
last-minute goals. I don't know what Tyler Bertuzzi was doing on the empty netter with the backhand through the middle, but you know, I'm gonna let that go, and it's the NHL. Got to get back at it tonight. Tough place to play, San Jose. Always a tough place to play.
Why is that?
Couple things. San Jose, the history with Darren McCarty in San Jose. They show out, right? They got a great fan base over there. Couple memories of San Jose. The only time I ever had a game canceled was because there was a flood or whatever through the streets of San Jose. We actually had a game canceled one night. We remember driving the bus down, and the water to the bus was above the tires. Right, and like everything, the Guadalupe River was flooded.
Yeah.
There was flooding in the arena. A couple other things. We were there that night. That their mascot got hung up in the Sharky got hung up on the wires. That cost about a 30-minute delay and warm up. And then one of the worst injuries I ever suffered was in San Jose. Jeff Norton chasing the icing. The icing rules weren't the way they are today, so it was touch-up icing. Racing, I had to step on him, and he went to get the puck, and he hit my skate, and I went feet first, full speed into the boards with my ankle, but I twisted my ankle so bad I blew every tendon out in my ankle and didn't break it. Took over a year to feel right. So hopefully that doesn't happen to anybody tonight. But yeah, go ahead. What did you have?
So here's my thing, Terry. And I'm fearful of this. And actually, Brandon Katz in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, say what you want. Brandon Katz, you know, he has opinions. And this is factual. Factual. Brandon Katz, the Red Wings have a goal differential of -7. Yeah. Their record is regressing to the mean. And that's a fact that backs up my point, which leads to my question to T-Foss. I'm going DEFCON 3 right now. Mm-hmm. I'm concerned, man. And a win doesn't fix it, and a loss doesn't finalize it. However, as a good
I'm going to
friend
tell you
of mine,
something scary, but keep going.
However, I'm getting concerned, man. I am. Is that fair?
It is fair.
Okay.
Now, here's the scary thing. What team is better, this year's Wings or last year's Wings?
This year's.
This year's Wings.
Guess what? They had the same amount of points.
Do the same amount of games.
Through the same amount of games that they did last year. Now, what you're hoping is they don't completely fade like they did last year.
But see, here's the other point to
Terry
this.
nailed it yesterday, right? When we asked him, Terry, what do you see? What do you think of the Red Wings team? He goes, I got no idea what I'm watching. It's
From night to night.
inconsistently inconsistent, which is right.
Or
which
consistently inconsistent.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Right, where we don't know, and that's what they're fighting against. That's what can we not agree? The eyeball test, and you look at the roster and whatever, this team is better.
Yes,
but this is the NHL. Along with other sports, you got to go out and play. And this is where the road playing on the road really tells a lot about your team. If you can play on the road, and there's no easy place to play, but you got to figure it out, and you got to put points together. Being -7, all those true facts. -7 goal differential. You're on the outside looking in right now, but you can. Here's the one thing: you win tonight, and you win in Columbus. And get those
We're
points.
back, baby. We are back.
So do you see how temperamental this season's going to be? Because you know what? Where this Red Wing team is I expect them, their low point is to be probably 4 to 6 points out of the playoffs, so their high point being 4 to 6 points into the playoffs.
See, D-Mac, and here's the other point of it all to me. As I pull up the Atlantic Division standings. Lots of history with that Atlantic Division, T-Foss.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, Boston they're out of the stratosphere already. They're 14-2. They got a plus 30 goal differential. Like, they're video game stuff. But I look above the Red Wings, and oh, by the way, there's the Tampa Bay Lightning. They made their move. Above them, the Florida Panthers. Above them, Toronto, which we laugh about. And they'll flame out in the playoffs, but whatever. All those teams, the reason I was concerned, the reason I had reservations about all this kind of playoff talk, because of the waters you're swimming in, with the teams you're swimming with. It's starting, everything is starting to kind of
Who's
get
the new
to the
kid
mean.
on the block? Right?
You are.
And what do I mean by who's the new kid on the
You
block?
are.
Who's the new one trying to get into the playoffs?
You are.
You have 6 teams, usually 6 teams that are going to get back in. Then there's all the rest of them fighting for those other two playoff spots. So you're going to be in that. This is the conversation. Why? This is where I expect us to be at the end of the season, Neal. Right here.
But you know what veteran teams do to the Wings eventually? Maybe that's why I always say look out for January and February. What happens then? The real established teams kind of look at the Wings, pat you on the head, and say, "Oh, you guys really played us tough last time. Now we're going to kick your ass next time we see you."
Terry, in the past, right? Yes, that'd be the way. But the difference when you say what's the difference between this team, even though they have the same amount of points, is the fact that you're built with the veterans you've added, so that doesn't happen. Because they're the ones, the Perrons, the Sherratts, the Matas, the Cops, the guys that you've brought in. There's the guys that say, hey, no. Yeah, that's the way that other teams think. Oh, little Red Wings, they'll go away. We're here to tell you, no, boys, to teach the younger guys, that's not the way it is. It's the way that it used to be. So, again, it goes down to, let's break it down. Their face-off isn't good enough. Their PK.
Period in the story.
No, I want to hear
the
Neal.
story.
How's the Wings face-offs this year?
Shitty.
Okay.
Yeah, which doesn't help them. They have to. It's. I will agree in the chat that a lot like the Lions is they have to do things right. Right? They can't not do things not right. And what do I mean by that? Well, the teams like you mentioned, the Tampa Bays and the Floridas, and even
they're going to do things right.
Seasons, they know how to. Even when they don't do it right, they find a way to get it done. We're not there.
And I guess all that and everything we're talking about right now comes back to this, and it's where on the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Predator Kingdom says, I do think the Red Wings won't collapse like they did last season. But Predator Kingdom, see, here's the thing to me. I don't think it's up to the Red Wings. I think you look at those teams in front of you, and they will dictate that to you.
No, see, I disagree. You have the ability now with the talent you have in your lineup, right? The whole thing is that you have, do you not agree? And here's the thing about getting healthy. But when you are healthy and you have guys that are coming back, right? And I'm looking at Verona with the goals. I'm looking at Bertuzzi to get in there and to make an impact offensively and stuff like this. But the forwards, we talked about it yesterday. You have the forwards that can compete to be in the playoffs. What you don't have is you probably only have 3 defensemen, right? At least we got more than one that we had last year, but you only have 3. So the last 2 pairs hurting you. But, Neal, I think it's different because of the pros you brought in. And if you brought that question up to a David Perron or a Ben Sherrod or whatever, they'd probably say the same things. Yeah, everything's true until we got here. Because that's our job, is to make sure these younger guys, the Mo Siders, the Raymonds, even the Larkins, has the support, right, that they don't have to do it themselves, but they're in it for the long haul.
See, that is their job. I just don't think they're going to be able to pull it off this year. Now they're
I'm starting to lean that way, Terry.
They're going to make it so they don't totally collapse, but the Wings, I think, will kind of not hold serve more times than they do, and so there'll be a little bit of a regression, or they'll play at the same level when the other teams are dictating. You got to play above that.
You can't have what they're going through right now. Not with these teams that are in front of you. You can't do it.
This is a 500 hockey club, and that's not good enough to make the playoffs in this league. You asked me last week, were they a playoff team at this point? I said yes. You asked me this week, are they a playoff point? No, they're exactly where I thought they were at the beginning of the year. Where at the end of the year, hey, hopefully they beat Chicago, and hopefully they beat Boston,
see, Darren,
and then they get in the playoffs. That's where I've always been.
That's why you're a friend, because I go to you with my conclusions seeking confirmation. And you don't give me confirmation because you're my friend. No. You give me confirmation because that's what it is. But I like the fact that you said, Neal, there's some validity to what you're saying. I agree with your experiences that you're going through right now. And then I feel better about the whole situation.
But into that aspect, I also believe that the third game of the year against LA, right, when you said, I've seen all I need to see. Yes, because you see now this pro team has to come together and compete and make it harder on those other teams and flip that narrative. That narrative you're talking about, yes, is how the Detroit Red Wings are viewed by the other successful teams ahead of them that have always been there with their thumb on them. It's for the Detroit Red Wings to change the narrative that it's not an easy game and always that. Big win tonight.
There's 2 things I wish. Number one, I wish the Red Wings were back in the Western Conference, and then because I was looking at those divisions. And number 2, I wish we were at Big Frog right now.
Well, if we were at Big Frog, it's freebies, ribbit. Yes, get a free Woodward Sports t-shirt. That's right, a free Woodward Sports t-shirt all month long at Big Frog in Novi. So stop in. Let them know we sent you. They'll print your one up, bing, bang, boom, right on the spot. So go to Big Frog Novi today. Get your free t-shirt. Visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
For a limited time only. All new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries. What will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
At Alta, Uptime Matters. Alta Equipment has everything you need to get the job done. You got a bog project. You got some outdoor stuff. Snow's coming. Get it done right now. Alta Rent, they got you covered. Give them a call today, 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO-TO-ALTA.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster, Darren McCarty, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. You know the squad that we're rolling with here today. And by the way, too, the New Jersey Devils are 13-3. How?
Yeah, so you don't expect. So there's another team that, right? The ones that are, there's a prime example of the team that you did not count in the playoffs. Like I said, the two out of the 8 teams that weren't there that can jump up, they're getting it done.
They're 13-3.
That's pretty wild.
There you go.
How, based on what?
You beat them.
Yeah, I was going to say, we did beat them.
How?
Getting her done.
Sam Flannel, name a player on the New Jersey Devils.
Off the top of my head, I cannot.
Jack Hughes, come on, man.
Oh, Jack Hughes, that's right. Yeah, the
God,
number overall
you
pick.
wouldn't even. That's unbelievable.
You know what? I would have choked on that too.
Sure?
Yeah.
That is true, Jack.
Jack Hughes has been
name
balling
another
though.
one. Name another one.
I can't.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
Yeah.
Nico Hischier, or the Swiss kid, he's good.
Well, you're D-Mac. Of course you're D-Mac. Oh, you're Darren McCarty. It's not fair.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys know how we like to do with the nickel packages and D-Max 5 for fighting. Got to represent the court, too, right? Got to take it to the hardwood. It's time for Spencer's Fast Break.
For sure. Drop me a beat, Sam. First question we have on the Fast Break. Who do you think the Pistons should keep? Bogdanovich or Sadiq Bey?
This is a layered question to me. By default, because you gave me 2 choices, I'm going to say Sadiq Bey. And the reason is, I think Bojan Bogdanovich has become even more tradable with that extension he signed.
Oh, for sure.
He's a flip piece right now. Because, look, let's be real about the season and where the season is.
No, I think that it does. So my question to you, when I saw this question, is it's almost something where the extension to Troy Weaver, he was thinking this way, sort of. So I think it's a no-brainer just because of the age and stuff like that. So I'm not willing to quit on Sadiq Bey yet. And I think you can get a nice piece with the contract Bogdanovich has. So probably Reynolds, you're probably right.
Yeah, so I mean, that's
I
right.
like shooters. Dude can shoot and get his shot off. And I know he doesn't create his shot as well as you would want, but I'm keeping Bogdanovich.
Are you?
I like shooters.
Now, with all that said,
can't win with him in the can't win with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He can shoot the lights out. That's great. What's it get you?
Yeah,
in the
but
victory column?
eventually you figure you will be able to.
yeah,
win
but by
with
then
him.
he's 36 or 35, Terry. Like, that's the rub.
Well, he's a pylon now, so.
so you already know what you
You don't
got.
have the luxury to have him because of the rest of the team.
Right, and again, you know, if I can flip that for a late first round pick, I'm going to do it. And there will be a team that believes that he will be the piece that finishes them off.
For sure.
And you got to keep in mind too.
Yeah, but you know what? You might get garbage for that late first round pick.
Well, I know that, Terry, but you could get garbage for any draft pick.
Yeah, but you got a guy who can shoot now.
But not in this draft. Savior's coming.
Okay, we'll see.
That's what I was told. Number two,
second question of the Fast Break. Is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander one of the top 10 best players in the NBA? Here are some of his stats over the past couple games. Those last 5 games: 33, 7, 5, and 4 blocks on 56% shooting. 39, 4, 4, and 2 blocks on 52% shooting. 23, 4, and 3 steals on 57. 37, 5, 8, and 3 on 59.
It's silly.
And 37, 4, 8, and 2 on 50%. And last night, he went for 42, 7, and 8 with a game winner.
Yeah, I mean, it's silly, and nobody knows who this guy is. I bet if you put a chat poll out there, I would bet 40% of people have heard the name but wouldn't be able to tell you who he is.
What's his full name?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Is he an actor in the new Wakanda Forever? Is he is he a new member of the Saturday Night Live skit? Is he a professional basketball player? Mm-hmm. Right? With those numbers, I would, you're putting that stuff up, but
Kentucky.
The fact he plays in OKC, right?
He does, but you know what? Low key, they're 1 game below 500.
No, but why you wouldn't know him?
Yeah, well, right. But I'm
why I wouldn't know who he was.
That's why you don't know him.
Out of Kentucky, too, by the way.
Yep.
I'm a John Calipari product.
I thought he played Saginaw Valley.
Instincts say no, right? Like, you go through the list. But damn it, Spence, he may be. I mean, as far, too, as, like, being 24 right now. He may be. Just because nobody knows who he is doesn't mean that he's not. So you know what? I'll say yeah, you converted me. I was going to say no, but I'll say yeah, you converted me.
He's balling.
And D-Mac, Oklahoma State 7-8, which on surface doesn't seem like a lot. Would you kill for the Pistons to be 7-8 right now?
That would be nice. It means I made it through a second quarter of a game before they're blown out. But no, I mean, stats don't lie. But the fact that, yeah, you would die to be 7-8 right now because you'd still be in it.
And they have their cornerstone piece, Terry, and they have them. They have more draft picks than they can physically use over the next 5 years, too. They can't draft all the draft picks they have. There wouldn't be enough room on the roster. So that's how you do it, man. You tank it out, you bottom it out, and away you go. So that's how you do it.
It is. It is.
And they'll try to acquire pieces. And so the future is bright, but we don't pay attention to OKC.
Yeah.
And if you can play, you try to get out. That's the thing that they got to fight. Because OKC, oh man, I'm a good player. Let me get the hell out of here.
Yeah, but they gave him 180 million reasons to stay there for the 5 years.
Thanks. Next question on the fast break. Is there any way that this Lakers team can make the playoffs this season?
No.
They're sitting at what, second? I think.
No, there's absolutely no way.
Yeah.
What, you betting on Anthony Davis? It's been this guy's whole career. It's been the same story all the time. The one time he did stay healthy, they won a champion. He wasn't even healthy that year either.
Yeah.
No, there's no shot. I would say that 3 through 12, player 3 through 12, they have the worst team in the NBA.
I'd agree with that.
Aside from my guy Kendrick Nunn.
Yeah.
Let Kendrick cook.
He's been
he's been hurt though.
Yeah.
He's been hurt the whole time. They can't, T-Mac. They can't.
I don't think so. Is this the last hurrah for the king? You know what I'm saying? And plus, we're not even talking about the dysfunction in the organization or whatever's going on in the dressing room.
I'm just talking on the court.
They flat hate each other.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what's going on
it's not that last hurrah for the king. He's got to play with his kid.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you got to wait for that.
No wonder the roster from 3 to 12 stinks because you got to make sure you can get them on there.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny about it too? Sam Flannel and I were talking yesterday about LeBron and like the shade that he takes and stuff like that. Even still, what is he? 30, 38, whatever he is right now. Even still, he's scoring 26 a game.
Yeah.
It ain't LeBron's fault. It's Davis's fault. What?
I think it's 3 through 12's fault a little bit more than Anthony Davis. Come on.
Davis.
He's a Hall of Famer. Future Hall of Famer, Anthony Davis.
I remember I had to sit there and talk to people in the basketball community. This was 4 years ago. I'm like, Jokic is the best big man in the league. And I got laughed at.
Oh, and he's proven it, but he's only been better than Anthony Davis for the past couple seasons. Because you know what happened in 2020? He was the clear second best player on a championship team. Put some respect on Anthony Davis. Future first ballot Hall of Famer.
I will when he plays. I will when he plays a game.
Future first ballot Hall of Famer Anthony Davis.
Play a game.
He's played a lot of games this year. He's having a good individual year.
They'll put him in 40% of the Hall of Fame.
Put him in the whole Hall of Fame. Spencer, Anthony Davis, first ballot Hall of Fame.
Right? All-paper team.
Anthony Davis is a Hall of Fame.
They're not making the playoffs, are they, T?
They are not.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely.
All right, next question. This one, I had to think about this one for a little bit. Who would you rather start your team with right now? Devin Booker or Jason Tatum?
That seems easy on the surface.
Devin Booker's having an MVP season so far.
No doubt. So is Jason Tatum.
Yeah, so is Jason Tatum.
How old is Jason Tatum?
24?
I'm taking Jason Tatum.
Who's Tatum date?
Tatum's 24, Booker's 26.
Who's Tatum date? Because I know who Booker dates. I'm taking Booker. I'm thinking of the fan base.
The criteria is open
to
you.
The Kardashian fan base. I think a little bit deeper. But no, I'm a big Devin Booker fan. But, you know, looking at these, isn't it shades of each other?
I think that's fair.
Like there's shades of each other's games in there. I'm going to go with Booker because I'm guaranteed to stare at a Kardashian.
Give me 6'8". What do you got, T?
I'm taking Jason Tatum. He's a little bit of a son of a bitch, too. So I like the fact that
that's true.
He's got an attitude. He's a better defender. I think he's more active. Devin Booker to me is a guy who's talented, but he's a jump shooter. He's cute. It's all nice and everything, but I want a dude who's a little bit of an MFer out there.
And you sold me even further on that. Like, Booker's cool. You know, Drake makes lyrics about him in songs and stuff. That's great. He's cute. Right. Cute little guy. No, but give me 6'8" over 6'5", too. I'll do it that way.
That is fair.
Number 5.
Final question on the fast break. Who has the higher potential going forward? Jaden Ivey or Jalen Duren?
You talking about ceiling?
Ceiling.
Like, Jalen Duren. Because you just can't get guys like that. They're not made. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like Duren, and he's got a long way to go, but remember, he's 18, and he's got a lot of stuff to figure out.
And he had a turnaround 16-footer in one of the games recently.
Stupid stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't see it. You see guys like Jaden Ivey. You know what I'm saying? The guards are easier to come by. Dude, I'm telling you, man, Jalen Duren, if this team wins a championship, it'll be because of Jalen Duren.
Well, it's because of I think the answer is Duren. Just speed. Like with Ivy, it's the speed, right at that position. Where if you watch him live, you legitimately can see that quickness. But what you're talking about, what Spenny just said, is Jalen Duren's like this hybrid of old school, new school, trying to figure it out. It's exactly what we're trying to find for the Red Wings as far as that power forward guy that can play. Right? So what you're seeing, too, is that you're seeing him elevate and get better and better and better and add new tools. I mean, sort of the sky's the limit because to Terry's point about Tatum, he's got some dog in him. And I like that. And that's what you want as your rim protector, right? You know, I know it's Sam, the legend killer, Flannel over there, going to bash Ben Wallace. But you know what? When he can evolve, I think Duren has the ability to evolve all aspects of his game. Right, so not just to be the shot blocker or be down low for the rebounds, but like you said, if a big man like that adds a 16-footer consistently, how do you defend that?
You can't.
That's what other teams do to us.
I'm not convinced he's ever going to develop that, but he needs to develop that. This is a guards league, and Ivy has something that nobody else has, that speed. When you see him
there is some Ja element to what he does.
There's Ja. I always thought he was Ja. But when you see him live, you're like, oh my God, is this the Olympics? Because he can eat up that floor quickly. That to me is high in potential. Now what he needs to learn is, how do I harness my energy? How do I make this game slow down for me at times? I'm more confident that you can figure that out than developing a 16-foot jumper over a fellow 7-footer. So I'm going Ivy. Upside.
I got to get to this commercial here, but you guys got me rolling right now in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. First, GW the Kid says Davis is not a Hall of Famer.
Well, GW the Kid, you have no basketball intelligence because Anthony Davis is a Hall of Famer. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Shut your mouth.
Well,
he's right. He is a Hall of Famer.
Jake Wegener, here's the one. So when Davis makes the Hall of Fame, do they hang his street clothes in the rafters?
You guys act like he misses like 60 games a year or so.
He does.
No, he doesn't. He misses like 15 to 20. He's had seasons in freaking New Orleans where he played 78 games and had 28 and 12. He was a superstar.
You go to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and they got David Davis's jacket and jeans on there.
They accepted his uniform to retire his street clothes.
Do you remember the great philosopher Marty Morningweg?
Yes.
The bar is high. It's not that high to make it to the. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame.
It's the basketball.
Basketball.
No,
Hall of
I
Fame.
get it.
So he'll get it.
And he was a monster his 1 year at Kentucky too.
No, he was.
Watching him being like,
but they still should put his street clothes in the Hall of Fame. The Sports Marketing Agency, they help spread awareness about. That's a top 5 comment we've ever had.
That's a great one.
Low key.
So disrespectful.
No,
to the great Anthony Davis.
Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast is called This is the S Word. It's about removing the stigma associated with seeking help for mental health issues that you have going on in your life. If you're struggling, or if somebody you know is struggling, go to thesportsma.com. Again, thesportsma.com, the Sports Marketing Agency. They're here to help.
Thanksgiving is all about family and friends. That's why Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game.
Easy there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game right now?
That's right, you and 3 people that you're thankful for sitting in row number 1. So close you can hear the action, smell the excitement, and taste the glory of Detroit football. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and IG and tag 3 of your friends or family. If all 3 of those people are following Woodward Sports too, and we pick your name, you and your crew will all get the best seats inside Ford Field. So hop on Twitter and Instagram and tag your crew. And we'll see you Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
What's going on, everybody? It's Spencer for the Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck, the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. Multiple different ways you can play. They've got $12 open unlimited play, as well as private lane reservation for $120 if you get thirsty. They've got a $2 mystery beer vending machine and multiple fully loaded bars to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter, Terry Foster, Darren
Can I be
McCarty.
mean for a second?
What's up?
We were talking about Anthony Davis, who's going into the Basketball Hall of Fame. And so then you have to decide, is he going to go in as a Laker or a Pelican? Neither. It'll be FUBU.
The street clothes. The official street clothes of Anthony Davis.
Street clothes and Tim's.
Ray said that Davis has missed 25% of his career games.
Yeah, I would say that's accurate. He's played over 70 games twice ever in his career.
Somehow was able to...
That's acceptable. It's good for the on average dollar.
Did LeBron think it was acceptable in 2020 when he helped him win a title? One time. But he also was an 8-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA first team. I bet some of you idiots who gave me crap about Anthony Davis being in the Hall of Fame are the same people who gave me the most crap for Ben Wallace. Anthony Davis is a 10 times better all-time player than Ben Wallace. Stop it.
Ben Wallace has better accolades.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
No.
Well, he played all the games, too.
He's got 2 championships and 4
Ben.
Defensive Players of the Year.
5.6 career points per game. That dude offered you nothing offensively.
Oh my gosh, it's a team game, and he wasn't freaking in charge of scoring points, you dumbass.
Yeah. Oh, I'm the dumbass.
You're the dumbass
I'm the dumbass.
because you're comparing an overall basketball player that we can all agree that skill-wise Anthony Davis is a more all-around player than Ben Wallace. But if you want to take out the fact that defensively and to a championship team what Ben Wallace meant, why are you arguing that? But to your point, he's got the stats to get in, the easiest Hall of Fame to get in the whole world. So there you go. Yeah. But no respect, everything's play more
Critical
games.
Question for Flannel.
The minute you want to go to Ben Wallace to disrespect, don't do that.
No. Is Dennis Rodman
pick somebody else that's an all-around player?
Yes, Dennis Rodman is a Hall of Fame player because he is the greatest below-the-rim rebounder who ever played NBA basketball, and he was a critical part of 5 championship teams and not 1. There's a big difference between Dennis Rodman and Ben Wallace.
Okay, I was checking the pulse.
WoodwardSports.com chat poll. Who was the better player, Anthony Davis or Ben Wallace?
It's biased. Everybody's going to say Ben Wallace.
Anthony Davis is a better player than Ben
Davis
Wallace.
is a better player. I just said that, but as a champion, a winner, a guy you want on your team?
They each have 1 championship. What are you talking about? They each have 1.
All I can
God damn.
Sam Flannel, is take it to the people and get the it's a show for the people. I will get the people's opinion, and we will see what's what.
All right.
Okay, that's all we can do. That's all we can do.
I need to support Flannel for this one. If the Pistons don't trade for Rasheed Wallace, they don't win in 2004.
That's very true.
That is true.
Bam.
100% that's true.
I do think that Anthony Davis
I'll
is
take
a weird
Rasheed
one to
over
die
Anthony
on.
Davis.
WoodwardSports.com chat there. Motown Cool says a bubble championship. Motown Cool says a bubble championship is 25% of a regular championship.
You're gonna go with that again. You're gonna go with that again. I bet you're a LeBron hater too, people. That's what they always go to. That the bubble championship is Mickey Mouse, but Anthony Davis still won it as the second best player. It happened. I know a lot of people don't like to admit that. It did happen. Anthony Davis, first ballot Hall of Famer.
Hey, let me help you here, Sam Flannel.
Oh boy.
Let me help you because no one loves a good a good trap. No one loves a good trap like me. So here's how it can be. Here's your counter. Because LeBron gets a lot of hate in our chat, right? For the most part from the people.
I would say so.
He won a championship with Anthony Davis. The same people that all these people that hate LeBron say sucks, right? That isn't as good as Ben Wallace. LeBron won a championship even with Data Davis. That's how you trap them. You spin it back on them, Sam Flannel. That's the way you do it.
You know what, Sam?
Whoa. You got people saying
LeBron
that
James is head and shoulders a better all-around player than Ben Wallace. I will agree
No,
with
did
that.
you say people were saying Ben Wallace is a better player than LeBron James?
Than Anthony Davis.
Oh, Anthony Davis.
Yeah. And
Now,
LeBron
I'm
won a
going
chip with
AD.
him. And
But
LeBron
for
won
the
a
greatness
championship.
of LeBron, he won with day-to-day Davis. So that's
right.
He is really good.
I know, with a guy that can't play, that played probably 10% of the games, right? Get the F out of here.
No, 25% of the games he doesn't
Get the
play.
F out of here.
It's
The Anthony
25.
Davis slander is insane. It's so disrespectful. It's all narrative. It's complete narrative. Come on, guys. Narrative.
Jeremy Anderson says, I thought availability is the best ability you can have. I was told.
He was available in that playoffs. He's played more games than you guys think. Like, you guys act like he never plays. He made 8 All-Stars, 4 All-NBA first teams, as a champion, an all-defensive team, all of that. He's done it all, and he's one of the most talented big men who has ever played NBA basketball. Stop it, people. Stop.
Is it the unibrow? People throw
I think it's like what Terry says. I think it's a Timberlands on the bench.
Yeah.
You know, I think
Timberlands, a gold chain,
and the vest.
The vest.
He's got great. Somebody's in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread said he's got great jackets. They should do that though. In the hall, if he does go in the Hall of Fame, you put a jacket, some jeans, and some Timberland boots in there.
Yep. And a FUBU sweatshirt.
What happened to FUBU, Terry? We were off and running with FUBU. What happened?
Well, white people took it over and threw it in the ground.
Sam
So
Flannel,
they
who's a better
didn't like
big
it
man?
was for us, by us.
Anthony Davis or Joel Embiid?
They're like, as of right, I think Joel Embiid eventually will go down as the better big man, but I think right now, in the annals of history, they're right about at the same. That's what I would say.
No.
So Data
right
Davis.
Here today, Joel Embiid is better.
Well, obviously right now, but nobody ever gives Joel Embiid any crap about not being healthy. Talking about a guy who can't play games, who can't finish seasons. Joel Embiid blows Anthony Davis out of the water when it comes to injury prone. Not even close. Come on, guys.
Sorry to butt in, guys, but I got to make a point about Anthony Davis and LeBron James compared to Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace built a team around himself to win a championship. LeBron had to go find a champion to get his first, and so did Anthony Davis. They're both ring chasers when Ben Wallace is a ring builder.
He's a ring...
Okay. Oh, my God. This guy may have firearms.
Thanks, Stick.
Don't shoot me. I'm on your side, brother.
Sam, stick there. Oh, we lost Flannel. Flannel's down.
He snapped.
Oh, my goodness.
He snapped.
Flannel's down.
Man.
That was
What you
it.
did to the poor kid.
You know what? This
Foundational.
is a perfect time to go to break. Can we just recollect ourselves, D-Mac?
Let me give something away.
Dude, I
Give
think we
some
should
money
stop
away.
the
Guys,
final word right now, man. It's
Hey,
crazy.
Rad Dad Scott on the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Those headphones broke, no doubt. Are they broke?
They are working and intact.
Okay,
We're all
be
good.
quiet now. We got to do a
We're
commercial.
all good.
let me give some money away, guys. Lady Jane's haircuts for men, 168 of them, all throughout the great country. Come to Lady Jane's for award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win a down payment for your dream home, up to $200,000. Yes, $200K. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. The house that Ben Wallace built, baby. Let's go. Woodward Sports Network. Tell them we sent you.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Time to talk about Mike Phillips. No, not Guyanese cricketer Elmer Phillips, but Michael Phillips. Looking to buy or sell your home, whether you're a player or a fan, helping you buy, sell, or invest is Michael Phillips' top priority. Being in the game for 23 years makes Mike the #1 option for anyone. If you have real estate needs, call Michael Phillips at 313-403-0011. That is 313-403-0011.
Hold on.
Guinea? Like Papua New Guinea?
Hold on. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Terry Foster, Darren, McCarty, Sam Flannel, Spencer, Raxter. How can you say Guyanese cricketer?
Yes.
Guyanese cricketer Elmer Phillips? That's not real. You made that one
Where
up.
are the Guyanese? Is that like New Guinea or something?
Is that Guyana?
Yeah, Georgetown, British Guyana is where he's from.
He's counting on us being ignorant of that, so he
made that one. He did. He gave us the curveball.
Well, at least that guy's in the Cricket Hall of Fame. Which championships by himself.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Eric Kirkland, haven't seen you in here before. Welcome, my friend. Quote, this guy is insane.
He's a legend killer. What do you want? Spenny, show him his photo.
I will.
Right? Like, guys, he earned this. Look it. That's right there. He's here today. Some days Sam shows up. Some days Flannel Sam shows up. Some days Married Sam shows up. Today, we got Legend Killer Sam.
What about this?
We should change it to Headphone Killer.
Headphone Killer. Can you superimpose headphones on his head there?
Yeah, I can figure something out.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. LGRW Sparty. Honestly, I know AD is better than Ben Wallace, but I chose Ben out of spite of Sam.
Yeah.
73%
Spite Store, baby. We're all about it here, right now? Spite Store.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Fish tomorrow. What's wrong with these headphones?
JB's going to come in later. Hey, what's going on? I can't hear.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen because they got to get those headphones fixed before the final word today.
Don't worry, they will.
Yeah.
Be careful.
They'll FedEx quick ship, like 40-minute shipping.
Oh, yeah, they'll do 40-minute ship and then fire him.
They'll get a drone drop off.
Yeah. Absolutely they will. Ronnie Yaldo says, Darren, you're the best. So there it is. Some people do. Jalen Burleson wants us to stop Flannel bullying. I don't think we're bullying them.
No, it isn't bullying. It's just Stick is the biggest Detroit sports nut hugger that has ever existed. That is beyond lunacy. That is beyond lunacy.
What about this? What about this?
Should I get that, please?
I like when he's riled up.
Oh, I do like it when Sam Flannel gets fired up.
What about this, Sam Flannel?
Honeymoon's over, baby.
Robert Closia. I'm a Laker fan. AD is so effing soft serve, and I'm a Laker fan.
Are you happy about the championship he helped get? I understand that in the last 2 years, Anthony Davis has had injury problems. Like, they've been expedited in Los Angeles. But in New Orleans, he was only missing an average of like 10 to 12 games a year. I mean, I know that that's not great, but everybody does that nowadays with like load management. That's not that bad.
Oh, but the term nut hugger getting a lot of run in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread as well.
Acts like Ben Wallace built a championship.
We need a shirt.
I don't know if you understand this, but the Lakers are supposed to be title contenders every year.
No, they're
not supposed to win a title and then not make the playoffs for like 3 years in a row.
Speaking of Data Davis, how does this sit with you, Robert Closia? You're a Lakers fan. You don't get your draft pick this year, even if it's #1 overall. The Pelicans have a swap right with you. So they will exercise that swap. What if the Lakers get the #1 pick and you're sitting there with Data Davis?
They cashed one in, though. That's what we always say. They did cash one in. It is worth it if you cash one in.
Not if you're the Lakers.
But still, one is better than 0. You can't say for certainty that they would have won one if they would have traded for Anthony Davis. I mean, they'd be better off now, but you never know. championships are so hard to come by and so hard to get.
Murph. Ben Wallace was in the playoffs 8 times. Anthony Davis was only in the playoffs 4 times.
Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, Rasheed Wallace had
Oh,
nothing to do with
LeBron
that.
James. And they're going to miss the playoffs again.
Hey.
Because Data Davis never plays.
Those Pelicans rosters were not great. I mean, they built a good roster towards the end, but at the beginning, those Pelicans rosters were not good.
Data
Come on
Davis
now.
played 76 games the last 2 years.
That's bad. I understand that's bad. His injury issues have become worse. He is not the same player he used to be. I'm talking about with the Pelicans and the year in 2020 with the Lakers. All-time great. All-time.
I don't support this, but it is funny. King Horse says, Anthony Davis so injured, Brad Holmes is going to pick him in the second round. You guys, everybody's on one today. I felt the vibe when we started this show. I just felt like the conditions were
The
right.
holidays in there. That's
Yeah,
why.
everybody's feeling good about it. Mike G wants to know, is Chesty Malone a nut hugger? Asking for a friend. So there is
Once
that
again,
as well.
Chesty Malone has blown this popsicle stand. She is.
I bet.
She's a regional woman now.
That wasn't the question, Terry. We don't need to know about your popsicle stand, bro. Anyways.
I wish it were 1 o'clock right now. I feel like this would be fitting.
Right.
It would be a fitting way to wrap
comedy,
it up.
when you got them, and you leave them there, leave them with something, wanting more.
No, it's going to be 1 o'clock when it's 1
Let's.
o'clock.
Hey, how can we pin flannel in the corner for something else?
Well, I don't know. We'll think about
We
that.
gotta get stick back in here.
Yeah, maybe we do. Eric Kirkland says, "I'm just a lurker, Neil." Well, I appreciate you lurking, my friend. Thanks for tapping in on the chat thread as well. We won't be able to get this one tomorrow, so I'll just throw it in there now. Just curious, who becomes a playoff contender, or playoff team? How about playoff team?
Playoff team, yeah.
Who becomes a playoff team first, the Pistons or the Tigers, Terry?
I'm going to say Pistons.
Me too.
Me too.
Yep. And you have to say in playoffs because your interpretation of contender is different for different folks. Different folks, strokes for different folks. So
And it's the East, right? But even though they're tougher, but you should figure. What are we figuring? Next year, maybe the year after,
and
depending
how
on
much
what moves are
damage
made.
has Alavila done?
That's the reason for me. It doesn't even have anything to do with where the Pistons are positioned and what Troy Weaver. It's got nothing to do with that. Scott Harris walked in here and dropped a nuclear
You see
bomb.
low key what he's been doing, as we haven't been talking about it, but he just implemented 3 new hitting coaches throughout the organization, from in the minors to the AAA to the Major League Baseball team. Guys that have been around, other coaching experience, some younger guys, a former coach from the University of Michigan baseball team. So he's doing things, right? He's moving things around.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Rack. I see Fox 2 pulling up with a new set of headphones for the final word already.
Look at that. Look at that.
You guys, man.
You think we were lying?
We may joke around, but it's truth to everything
But
we say.
what makes a joke funny? Truth in it. There's truth in it. No, I mean, for me, it's because Scott Harris, again, tell me your organization is shitty without telling me your organization is shitty. See Scott Harris set a bomb to this place, and I like it.
But you know what happens? Old guys come in and say, man, it's really crappy around here. We'll figure it out. Scott Harris is like, okay, it's crappy around here. We're moving
Here's what
all
I'm
this
doing.
Dead weight the hell out of here.
We're going heavy scouting,
Yep.
and we're going heavy player development, and I'm getting the best in the business here to do it. And I'm sure Chris Ilitch was down with it because it's a lot cheaper to pay the best director of scouting in the game $15 million than it is to spend $185 million on payroll.
Bam.
So that's a good business decision
Yes,
on his
sir.
part. But hey, to be fair, and that's not a shot at Chris Ilitch. It's not. I demanded 2 things. Either you make it rain like Chesty Malone in the club in Pontiac, or you blow up what you do from a scouting perspective. Those were my two
They
non-negotiables.
entered the foundation of the building, and they were putting it back done, and all the stuff that he's done has nothing to do with signing or contracts.
Right.
It's got to do
The
with
whole philosophy.
organizational
Yep,
stuff,
philosophy.
which we agreed with. The old man, Mr. Illitz, would throw money at it, and Chris Illitz wants it inside out. So, I mean, to me, the biggest things as far as the Tigers is what they're doing internally, but it goes along with, look at District Detroit, right? Just announced $1.5 million to move that
Finally.
forward. Well, I know it's finally, but what do we say, right? Because when's all the spotlight going to be on Detroit? For the draft in 2024. So it means not only with the Tigers, but everything seems to be moving. We will see, Terry. You're right. It's like everything else downtown, slowly but surely, but at least there's some movement and some conversations and things being done.
Yeah, but the flip side of that coin of going that route with the scouting role is now you're talking a decade.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for real. I'm sorry to break that to you.
After they got embarrassed, and from people like me saying, y'all lied to us, because when they talked about the arena, they're like, oh, we're going to have all this, these bars and restaurants and places to live. Oh, it's going to be wonderful.
And the LED roof. Don't forget about the LED roof that everyone lost their mind about.
Sure.
Lose your mind about the LED roof. But
I love it.
Cintron's the official energy drink of the Red Wings. They've combined all three of their delicious flavors into a limited edition 6-pack sampler box. Okay. Try Cintron's great tasting cranberry, classic, and sugar-free, all in one Red Wings themed package. Why wait? Go to CintronWorld.com/Red Wings. Get energized with Cintron, and let's go Red Wings.
I get dope like me.
Thanksgiving is all about family and friends. That's why Woodward Sports wants to send you and your crew front row for the Thanksgiving Day football game.
Easy there. Hey, it's Thanksgiving. Shouldn't you be in Detroit losing a football game right now?
That's right, you and 3 people that you're thankful for sitting in row number 1. So close you can hear the action, smell the excitement, and taste the glory of Detroit football. All you have to do to enter is retweet or share our post on Twitter and IG and tag 3 of your friends or family. If all 3 of those people are following Woodward Sports too, and we pick your name, you and your crew will all get the best seats inside Ford Field. So hop on Twitter and Instagram and tag your crew. And we'll see you Thanksgiving Day at Ford Field. Brought to you by Lady Jane's and Custom Health Centers.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Markets, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Neal Ruhl here for Custom Health Centers. And look, usually I have this, clever commercial that we talk about, but the bottom line is this: Custom Health Centers helping our own Ryan Ermanni right now. He's down 15 pounds due to Custom Health Centers. They have over 20,000 success stories. Ryan Ermanni is going to be one as well. They've helped many professional athletes improve their weight and their health, like Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lions kicker, and of course Pistons bad boy Rick Mahorn as well. Ryan Ermanni's doing it. You can do it too. 844-789-8446. That's 844-789-THIN. It's Custom Health Centers. Final segment of the show. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, D-Mac, Darren McCarty, Terry Foster, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. QT says Tiger scouting, minor league development need to be rebuilt from the ground up, just not getting near enough from the farm. And it's been like that since the 84 Tigers were drafted. For real.
Well, as far as coming up, you mentioned 10 years before the break. I saw somebody in there go 10 years. Avila didn't even get that. It can speed up, but you got to be prepared that it's going to take a long time. Right? Long time to get it right.
No. See, like Avila didn't get that long, but this wasn't the method he was using either. He was out there.
This is a total, let's just tear this thing down, get everything off the property that was resembling last regime and start from new.
Right.
And I think you know what, Neal, I'm not quite the nut hugger as Stick is, but I'm pretty close as far as my Detroit sports fandom. But the fact that the Lions, the Pistons, and the Red Wings are further along ahead, I think that I can accept the fact because they finally they did something. So if it's going to be that rebuild, at least Terry nailed it. Don't lie to us, whether it's about the district or about the team. Right, so I think now, right, that Al's not there, that Scott Harris is there, I don't feel like I'm getting lied to about what's ahead for the Tigers.
That's true, and I also think public pressure played a role in this, and that's great. That's why some people say we should never criticize your team. Oh, hell yes, you do, because it causes them to say, okay, people are not happy. They're not going to come to my games. They're not going to buy my little T-shirts and stuff. I got to do something, and I do think public pressure.
I can tell you this from experience, from personal conversations I've had with Chris Ilitch or Steve Eisman or whatever. Absolutely, they hear everything. Now, you got to understand, we don't know as fans and even as athletes or as employers the whole picture or every conversation going on. We might not understand the whole thing, but the fact is, if they listen. Absolutely.
They do.
They listen. They hear.
I've been informed from people within the organization.
They may not do what you ask, but they say, I got to get the rag out my ass and do something.
But they did do what I asked, so I'm taking the credit for this one, T-Foss.
Well, okay.
I am.
Not all the time. They're not going to do what you want. Now and then.
But that's where it comes down to, right? Exactly what you said. And when it comes to the Red Wings and the hashtag why's we play 1919 is because exactly that. Steve Yzerman will give you Red Wings fans exactly what you want. But it's not on your timetable, it's on his. And if you trust in that, then go for the ride. Another one of them is tonight. Going to turn on the San Jose game from San Jose. And you know what, Terry? I'm going to be like you. What is this going to be? What is this going to be? Now, I hope they get back to playing solid, you know what I mean, get off to a good start. You see these things, but I'm not sure that we're going to.
If you're betting on Red Wings games, Godspeed to you.
If you're betting on Red Wings games, don't.
Bet the over.
Yeah, and especially road games, West Coast games. Leave that alone.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jeremy Anderson, he's pretty much our resident Tigers fan. So there's been a lot of Tigers bashing here. I try to defend it, but it's tough, LOL. And Jeremy, look, man, I did get what I asked for, and that's why I have to be fair about it. Because here's the thing. You guys, I've had many meltdowns about this, and we've had hundreds of thousands of views of it and things like that. But it's still true, because I'm finished with the Cody Clemens and the Ryan Kreidlers and the 25 and 26-year-old prospects. I'm finished with that. I refuse to participate. Much like stories about the Lions in May of David Blau leading the second team down the field and throwing a, quote, strike into the end zone for a touchdown. I am not participating in 26-year-old prospects coming up and being told and being sold that, yeah, that's going to be the way forward. It is not. It never has been. It never will be. So they flushed the scouting system. And I've been asking for that for 25 years.
Well, I want the middle infield and the outfield and that 21-year-old star like everybody else seems to have.
When do we get our Acuna, man?
When do we get our guy?
Yeah. When do we get our guy?
Well, what you're going to get is, hey, man, we got this 16-year-old. He's going to be good in 2 years. Why?
Which is how they got Acuna.
Right.
So I'm here for it, T-Foss. Yep. I'm here for it. I'm glad you guys were here for it today. I'm Big D Energy for D-Mac, for T-Foss, Sam Flannel, Spencer Raxter.
Sam Flannel, MVP today.
MVP, absolutely. People are fired up. Tomorrow we got all football wall-to-wall. Our Lions hometown hero for Thanksgiving will be here. You don't want to miss this. This is a pretty incredible story. And we'll be back at it tomorrow. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.
Yep.